is insane.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, the kid's a freaking animal.
I love his story too. Like everything that's went on, it's just so cool. So cool.
He's very easy to root for.
What time you doing there, Trey?
3:30.
About to go.
That's one thing. I wonder how long it'll take me to kind of get more comfortable and just with people all around, because that's what I'm scared of. It's like I'll just take my time and do things, but I don't know, how you navigate with hundreds of boats just all over the place.
And especially on a place like La Crosse or somewhere where you have to be paying attention to where you're running. It's not open.
Because there's sandbars and chutes and
that's what's sketchy about it. And like Toledo Bend, when you have to stay in the boat line. Are you fishing all of them next year?
That's my goal, but like honestly, Trey, if I don't feel like I'm ready, I'll fish 3 or 6 and do that first. I want to, like, that's the ultimate goal, but I gotta make sure I'm good, because like I
understand
have
that.
0 boat experience.
Well, and two, like that's like I said, that's one of my biggest regrets. And like I've talked to a bunch of high schoolers, and that's what I tell them, is because I do feel like personally I jumped in. I know I did. I jumped in way too early. Yeah. And I didn't belong out here. And now G's thing is you can't learn unless you do it.
Unless
and
you
agree with that.
Absolutely.
But at the same time,
you could have been just a little bit more prepared.
And it hurt my confidence because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Right. So like you go out here and then you think like, oh, I'm gonna do good, and then you're young. You come out here and you're not quite ready, even though you think you are, and then you get beat real bad, and then your confidence is just at an all-time low.
Yeah, that's good.
And it took me about a year or so to get back out of that.
Right.
Like it took me having one good tournament to realize, like, okay, like
you can do this.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I get caught by
It seems like they're either that size or they're 4.5 pounds plus.
Literally, there's no in between.
Yeah. Which is wild. Are you pretty good now? Like you can tell pretty quick?
The only thing I can't tell is size. Like people talk about how they can tell size. I have not figured that out, because some of mine will look huge and they'll be 2 pounds, and some of them will look small and they'll be 6 pounds. So it's like I can't.
Looks like a good one.
Definitely taken.
Yeah, that's a good one. Ain't done yet, it looks like.
Literally. That big one I caught yesterday, I got down 2 times trying to grab it.
Really? That's awesome. Gotta love them.
God, they're so much fun.
Yeah. Gotta be a little nerve-wracking though for this part. Nice job, Trey. That's awesome.
Maybe that was the drop shot. He actually, like, as soon as I pulled it over, he went straight down on it.
Really? Yeah. That's
that
awesome.
One yesterday I caught was really, it was probably about that size, but it was so big around.
Yeah.
It was a 5-pounder.
Oh. Nice. I watched that one go down.
Don't throw it right there under the trolling motor.
Under the trolling motor?
Yeah, just throw it right beside it. All his buddies followed him to the boat.
Really? How many do you have with them?
They're like 4 or 5.
Really?
Yeah, they all come off that one boulder.
Oh gosh. Nice job. That's a giant. Oh my gosh. Trey, that's a monster. That's a freaking upper 5-pounder. At least. Nice job, buddy. That's awesome. That boulder came back into view. Looks like there's another couple on there.
They might have went back to it. To Mickey Rig.
The Mickey Rig, okay. Gosh, there's a bunch of them on there. Gosh, it seemed like when one of those boulders had fish, it had some fish.
I know, that was the thing. Like, they seem to be
like wolf packed up a little bit. Have you seen them yet? Oh, nice. That's awesome. Nice. I mean, 4-pounders are good. That's a good fish.
He looked freaking huge on that thing.
See, I haven't been able to distinguish like the bigger ones from the smaller ones, especially when it's just like a 4 to 5 pounder, 3 to 4 pounder.
He ain't even that big.
That's still a keeper.
Yeah, still a keeper.
Oh my gosh, he choked it. Got him! Yes, I just cracked it and one smoked it. I don't know what it is though. It doesn't feel very big. Well, shoot, maybe not. It's a. It's a little.
It was kind of fighting like a smallmouth.
It did for a second because it was staying down and wasn't doing.
Wow.
It literally just cracked that swim bait and one just. I should have known right away. I can't stay away from the toothy fish. Give me that swim bait back. It definitely, yeah, there's definitely something there. It looks like there's almost like a little bit of an overhang on that boulder and it's just right under it.
He's not doing too hot.
The big one?
Mm-hmm. He's fine. He's just, he needs to be fizzed.
What? He wasn't, so that's what I don't get. He wasn't in that deep of water though.
That's the thing. I don't know why. Yeah, he's big. I don't want him to.
Those clips, just those fin clips, help him kind of just stabilize in there.
Yeah, they do. They work good for largemouth. It just kind of keeps them upright. But most of the time, those smallmouth, like, it's not enough. They still need to be fizzed.
I would not have thought that. I thought that was usually like an 18, 20 foot or deeper type of deal.
That's what I thought. And like Zach's from St. Lawrence, and he's like, dude, I don't think we're gonna have to fizz these because like at St. Lawrence, there's 100 foot of water they might come up out of, and you have to. But here, there's not much deep water, so we should be fine. And then yesterday, he was like, dude, I was blown away. Like I had to fizz them, even though I caught them in like 10 feet.
So you go through the side like that? I've heard like several different ways of doing it.
Yeah, I always go through the side with smallmouth. Bubbles come out when I pulled it out. There we go. Now he's straight up.
I've actually never seen that do that. That's really cool.
And I don't know if you were, see now he's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it, but like you can feel it too, like when you're holding him.
Yeah.
Like he'll naturally, the more air you take out of him, he'll just slowly start to stand up, and as soon as he gets to stand up, you just pull it out. Like it's cool. Like if you do like I did, and I haven't really paid attention to what's the smallest. Or cold, because smallmouth hate cold tags.
Yeah.
So like if you put cold tags on them, you might have one die. But then if you don't, then it takes you forever to cull.
Right.
You know. But
it looks like there still might be one on that backside. For sure. Oh, there's 3 of them. Yeah, it's a good one. Looks like. Yeah. Nice job, Trey. That's awesome. That's a good one. When it turned sideways, it looked really big.
Yeah, it felt like huge at first, and I was like, holy smokes, what do I got?
That's what my guy yesterday was saying, is that he said he couldn't see a single fish on scope at all.
That's what, and I didn't figure it out. I was just, I don't know, I got in a bad rotation yesterday. Like I was saying this morning, I just went, Brett Cannon was on the first spot, and then I was like, crap, and then I come here, and Tristan McCormick was sitting here.
Yeah.
And I watched him catch like a 4.5, and then I just kind of got spun out a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely, that's probably upper 4 or 5, right? Nice job. Yeah.
That's 5. We had to work for it. But...
Got him. Oh no. I was not paying attention. That was probably my shot. see? I mean, that's still a pretty good
I
one.
think it's gonna cool that.
Yeah, that's a 4-pounder all day. Gosh dang, I am so bummed. I was not expecting to get bit, and there I got bit.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're dang near even, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. He's got a camera, and I ain't gonna go mess with him, so we'll just fish down here, and when he leaves, we'll use that.
Okay. Sometimes like those juvenile like 16-inchers fight so hard, like harder than.
Speak of the devil, that's about what this is.
Yeah.
I was about to say, because I started like panicking. I was like, dang, I was forcing him a little bit.
It's definitely over 20, I'd say, right?
I feel like, because the only one that was some sort of small was the last one I
That you
caught.
just let go. Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was what? It was over 3.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Goodness. They could be bass like just, you know, together. There's a bunch of, if there is, it's a bunch of them. Oh yeah, it's definitely bass. Oh, he's on it. It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. There you go. Nice job. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Stop in that little lake and fish some reeds, throw a frog, see if you can. That way we ease on back and have more time to fish.
Okay. So there's a couple little mats back in there. It seemed like the largemouth where there's a lot of dead water.
Yeah.
How far of a run do we have?
I'm not really sure.
I mean, we can, after I get this cast in, we can go in. I'm good to get on the road and get to Wisconsin so I can catch some smallmouth. Okay, you guys, wow. As a fan of the sport, that was awesome. Getting to see Trey sack up over 23 pounds, scoping big single boulders. Those fish were so tight to the boulders. He was making several casts at them. Some ate right away, but I got to kind of watch the whole thing from his screen on the console. As an angler, that was brutal for me. Brutal. I felt like I was casting at absolutely nothing the entire day, and that was really, really tough. Now, Trey was great. I had an awesome time with him. That is literally the nature of that beast. And part of me thinks that the opens should not even have co-anglers, because those guys have so much on the line, and you know, they shouldn't have to even remotely be worried about the co, and they should be able to scope and move as quickly from one spot to the next and all of that. But just me personally, I never want to do that again. Just how I'm wired and how, you know, competitive that I am. And I think I knew I was never going to be like a career co, but I just, you know, with that technology, nothing against the technology at all, I don't ever want to fish behind someone that does that. And because you literally don't get to fish at all. But if I were to be a career co, I'd probably think real hard about my decisions, because I don't want to do that again. It was brutal. And, you know, that's just part of it though. Nothing against the technology, like I said. 0 fish. I got 1 total bite today, and because I was not expecting to get any bites, I wasn't even ready for the bite I got. So it was something. Overall, you know, this experience on Leech Lake. It was such a cool lake. I had, again, 2 great boaters, had a lot of fun with them. Great guys, good anglers as well. I think more than anything, I'm ready to give the competitive side just a little bit of a pause right now. And I am heading up to northern Wisconsin with the sole goal of catching my own smallmouth all week and maybe some muskies. I might take you guys along for a few of them. But yeah, you guys, I've got one more Bassmaster open as a co-angler on La Crosse if I end up doing that one. And that's all she wrote. I'm absolutely exhausted. I mean, beyond exhausted. Something about those boat tournaments take it out of me. And again, today it was just standing and casting and dragging over and over and over and over again, knowing that I had a 1% chance of maybe getting bit. So it just kind of mentally took it out of me. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that day. It was cool. He caught some really nice smallmouth, and I'm about to catch some tomorrow. So anyway, y'all, it was definitely my toughest one. But like I said, when you're a co, a lot of times your results don't ever reflect your ability. So I know that, especially today. But hold my head high. Gonna go have a fun week. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Y'all have a great, blessed week. God bless, and we'll catch you next time.